guys, Joe here. Just doing a early morning pickup video because I'm waiting for my car to warm up so that I can go to work. I'm not going to be one of those guys that only does it once a week, because being a single man with disposable income, I kind of buy a lot of crap. Not saying I'm better than anybody by any means, but Jesus, I don't realize what I do until after I do it. So I went around to some of the shops. I try to make it a point to go about once a week. Local Goodwill sucks. I'll never go there again. They want too much for their games, and they've pretty much gone to eBaying everything, and the crap they keep in their store, they have at eBay prices. So I'm not happy with the Goodwill. I'm avoiding that. There are some hospice thrift shops in my area, as well as one pawn shop that I go to pretty regularly, which I told you about in the first video. I'm actually going to hit them up today on the way to work after I mail off a couple of things that I sold. Let me just get into it. I went to the Salvation Army, and they had a few things. They were having a sale where it was DVDs were buy one get one free, but the video games were buy one get the second one for 50% off. But they asked too much. They were asking like $4 a game. So all I did was I just bundled a bunch of stuff, and I got it all for $1 a piece. A few of them I've already sold because that's the reason I bought them. First one is Arrow Wings for the Dreamcast. It's complete in box, and these Dreamcast games, I don't know if you can see that, absolutely flawless, like it's never been played before. So for $1, that's something you pick up every day. Never pass up that. Virtua Tennis, this one was complete, even had that play to win sweepstakes thing they did when they were first getting going. Again, flawless. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, flawless, absolutely flawless. Loved it. Good deal. Another $1. These three I've already sold. I paid $3, sold all three for $25. So I made $22 plus shipping. So I made all my money back plus some for this whole lot. Next was some Harry Potter games, plus a loose game, but some Harry Potter games that I thought were PlayStation 2, but it turns out they're PC games. It's 4 of them in here. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And then Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and Harry Pottage Quidditch World Cup. Now, all of those are being sold as one set, so that's cool. I'll never play them. I have a gaming PC, but I don't have a gaming PC that will allow me to put Harry Potter on it, because when I put the disc in it, it asks me if I'm, 4. This was loose in there, Pac-Man World Rally. It's like a $1 game on eBay, but it was in there, so I'll try to clean it up a little bit. I've got an extra PS2 case laying around, so I'll just toss it in there when I get a chance. Next was a GameCube game, and they don't have a lot of GameCube games, and they tell me that they sell pretty quickly when they do get them, but Tony Hawk's Underground, complete in box. Dance Dance Revolution Extreme 2. The reason I picked this one up is because it was not only just marked $1, but it's another one of those ones that's complete and doesn't look like it's ever been played. So worst case scenario, I'll sell it, or I'll bundle it with the PS2. That'll be fun. Next is a UMD Underworld Evolutions. Not afraid to say I'm in love with Kate Beckinsale. If you ever leave that really rich husband that you got, Kate, I'm available. Next is a Steelbook Muppets movie, I think, because it's got Jason Segel inside the cover, but it was missing the disc. All it has is the Muppet Show sampler. I'm assuming it's clips from the original Muppet Show, but because it was missing the main disc, they gave it to me for free, and it's a pretty cool Steelbook. And I've decided to start collecting Steelbooks. Don't know why. And then this I just bought because, it got me right in the feels. It's a Blockbuster Express machine sleeve. It pretty much looks like it works just like a red box because it's got the QR code there for it to read. It was $1 and it had the disc in it. Mario Brothers 3, Koopa's Rock. So it's an hour-long movie. It's got some scratches on it, but I'll resurface it and see if it works. If it does, then I'm sure I can get my $1 back just for the DVD. And then I get to keep that because it's, you know, Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore. So that was the Salvation Army pickup. Not bad. They don't always have a lot of stuff in. They've got a ton of sports games and they want $3 a piece for it, which is absolutely ridiculous, and I'd never pay that much. Next place I went to had a couple of sealed games. Quite frankly, I think this one's been resealed, but I don't want to say either way. But it was Disney's Tangled. I got that for $3. If it is sealed, that's a good deal. If it's not, then whatever. And then a sealed PlayStation 1 game, Bowling. If you see down there, it's got the old Circuit City Value Game sticker, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Then I hit up a hospice thrift store. It's for the local hospital, and what they do is they just kind of sell everything cheap, and then they have a donation jug up by the counter. So I got these for $1 a piece, and then of course I put a couple of bucks in the donation jar because it was for kids' cancer, and kids, you know, they're the future. So give $1 next time, you cheap bastards. Midnight Club Racing, complete in box and in good shape, for $1. And then Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home. I got to change out the holder because it's broken a little bit. The disc isn't terrible, but it's a black back disc, and I don't know how well those take to resurfacing, so I don't know. I just bought it because I bought it. Next thing I did was I went to a advertised consignment shop. It said they were having huge sales, 70 to 90% off, electronics included, blah, blah, blah. I get there, and I walk back to the video games, and they had a very good selection, but they were pricing things at an average of twice over eBay. Not at eBay, over eBay. For example, they had MLB 2006, and they wanted $10 for it. You can pick that up, you know, well, you can pick it up out of any garbage can, but you can also pick it up at any video game store that still carries it, probably for $1. So I asked if they could do anything to compensate for the fact that I drove an hour to get there, and the guy who handles the video game pricing wasn't available. So I just told him, I said, look, you guys are you're asking way too much because you're looking at the asking prices at, you know, on eBay. And they said, well, there's nothing we can do about it. And I said, well, then there's nothing going to come out of my pocket and go into your cash register. So I left. I was very pissed because, again, I drove an hour, and I don't like driving an hour for nothing. So I grabbed my phone real quick, and I Googled pawn shops and thrift stores near me. And there was this little rinky-dink pawn shop, kind of set back from the road. It looked like a guy's house that he converted into a pawn shop, but he was a really cool dude. I walked in there, and he's just super laid back, and he was like, hey, man, was that you with the illegal exhaust backing in there? I said, no, don't worry, it's under 100 decibels. It's legal. So I go and I look at his video games, and I say, how much you want? He says, why don't you bundle some stuff together, and I'll give you a deal. I'm like, cool, no problem. So I go into the back, and he's got just stacks of games all over the place, and I'm going to go back and buy a bunch more. I don't know why I didn't buy a bunch more. Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't have any money because I only went with $50. I wasn't expecting much. I thought the thrift store, the consignment shop, I thought that was going to have some good deals, but you know, screwed. So he had Draken in fairly good shape, complete with the manual. Picked that up. Gladius, the disc needs to be resurfaced, but it is complete with the manual. Then Star Wars Battlefront 2, and even though it's not the Xbox version, it's still worth a little bit of money. Actually, I sold it already for 18 bucks. Complete in the case, good shape on the disc. And then the Grand Theft Auto 3 trilogy. Now, all this is just the regular games in a cardboard box, but it does have all 3 of them together then, so that's cool. They all have the manuals. All the discs are okay. I'll probably give them a resurface as well. So I grabbed all of these and I said, hey man, how much for these? He's like, throw me an offer. And I said, well, to be honest with you, I only pay like a couple of bucks each for PlayStation 2 games. And he was like, well, let me see how many you got. And he was like, okay, you got 6 of them. Give me 10 bucks. Okay. Never going to say no to that. So I'm going to go back again and I'll see if, because he had like 200 games sitting there, I'm going to see if he'll just sell me them all for like 100 bucks. If he does, then I'll make a video about that. So I bought all these and just took off, went home. Feeling a little bit better about that drive because, again, this paid for my gas and all my time, so then I get to keep all that for free. Last thing is I bought off of eBay a couple of things, and they just came in. First one was for 99 cents plus $1 to ship it. I don't know why it was so cheap, but whatever. For shipping, I mean. A WWF Warzone for Nintendo 64. It's in really crappy shape, but this will just be the one that I test systems with because I picked up a few extra games and don't need them. So, next thing was a black DSi. It's complete with the stylus, the charger, even has the manuals and a car charger. But I don't think I'm going to keep it because I have 2 3DS XLs coming and a DS Lite coming. And I'll show you those when they arrive. So I'll probably sell this. I got this for 10 bucks on eBay because nobody was bidding. It sat at $9 all the way up until the end of the auction. And then I'm not a huge fan of sniping, but for this, for 10 bucks, I was willing to snipe it, and it was $4 shipping, so I got this for $14. And I'll probably sell it for $25 to $30. So there you go. One other thing, I did go to a local family-owned video game retro store. Supposedly they were retro, where they were supposedly buy, sell, trade, do all this stuff. Oh my God, their prices were so bad. I understand that a business needs to make some money, but PlayStation 1 Metal Gear Solid is a $20 game. Okay? I walked into there, and they were super proud. They had it in the case. They wanted $170. And it wasn't a limited edition. It wasn't signed by Kojima. It wasn't anything. It was just in the case for $170. And they had Conker's Bad Fur Day. They wanted $350 on there. And they were offering, if you join their rewards club, which costs $25, which is $10 more than the Power Up Rewards one, which, by the way, I always get renewed for free because when you sell enough stuff, you build up points and then you just renew your subscription for free. Only then would you get anything even remotely resembling a discount, which was you get 25% off of games. If you bought 2, you get 25% off of each. So they're 200% pricing, but you get to save 25%. So get your head out of your asses, guys. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mad with you guys, but Jesus, how are you guys planning on staying in business when you're ripping people off? Making profit is fine, but when you have Mario Kart for $99.99, that is ridiculous, especially when you can go online and pick up a copy for 45 bucks shipped. So, done with the rant. I'm sorry, didn't mean to. I am expecting like 9 packages from eBay in the next couple of days. So this weekend I will make another video. I'm also expecting to go to a middle school fundraising sale. So there's always cool stuff at that. You got middle school kids, so I'll probably pick up a few DS's or, you know, GameCubes or whatever the kids are playing with these days. As always, leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I'll answer any questions you have. If you have a topic you want me to talk about, I'd be happy to do that. Check out my other videos. Please, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like this video, like it. If you think that I have the personality of a boiled onion, like it. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much.